WhiskyJason here, a whiskey from the viewpoint of an American in Germany tasting rare and exotic whiskeys. Today I have something, the Bushmills 12-year-old. This is an exclusive edition, matured in first fill sherry casks. Ooh, thank you very much, Helen Mulholland. A magnificent Irish single malt whiskey matured exclusively in hand-selected casks. It has a deep sherry aroma with rich dried fruits, raisins, and nut flavors. Ooh. 40%? Boo. Yes. That's so typical for Bushmills. We're now very, very much spoiled because there's something called the Causeway Collection that actually has also, thank you, Helen, for that, which has more than the typical 40%. And this I actually bought in Germany by whisky.de, Horst, and it was 62 euros 90. I have no idea how he got his hands on some of these. This was actually in his shop for over 2 weeks. Not many people bought them as much as I thought they were going to buy them, and then I finally went, okay, I need to now finally, and after that it was almost sold out. Whiskey base number 175084. So 62 euros 90, 12-year-old, exclusively matured and first fill Oloroso sherry butts. Reading the blurb on the back, it says here, the Bushmill master blender Helen Mulholland travels each year to Jerez. Well, I don't know if she did in 2020 through COVID, but that's okay. To choose the best sherry casks for the maturation of her whiskey. Top grade oak sherry butts are set aside and seasoned with Oloroso sherry for 2 years before the journey to the Bushmills distillery. Okay, very, very good. So 2 years of seasoning. Now, I'm going to compare this just very, very briefly here. Look at this and look at this. Now, this is a little bit washed out, but it's still from my lights. But still, you see gray and beige and a little bit of brown here and so on. And you see this nice little boom, the Brabazon 1 here, red. I must admit that I really, really like this packaging. These bottles I've been using now for decades, and still they have the ability to make them pop. Maybe it's just my eye, maybe I'm the target group, I don't know. But to be very, very honest, this looks tired, old. And this kind of looks vibrant, modern, and actually a little bit more exclusive. Well done. And especially the use here of that copper color there. Yeah, up there, also the 12 and so on, a lot of copper in there. A bronze, I don't know exactly, more of a bronze color. Very, very well done. So I wanted, in my German video, I compared this. This has a little bit of sulfur. I'm not a great fan of the Brabazon anyways. So just so that we have a little bit of idea what we're doing here, I'm going to actually compare it to the standard 10-year-old. Now the 10-year-old is cheaper, yeah, but it's still 40%. Yes, I had something in my glass from my German video as well. And so we actually have a 40%, we have a 40% over here. All right, very interesting enough, and okay, I can't really, here on the side we still have the 1608, the old Bushmill distillery. All right, very, very good. So 400 plus years of distilling permission. The distillery itself was built hundreds of years later, but don't anyone mention that. Beautiful, beautiful people that work there. Absolutely fantastic what they're doing there. Sexton with Alex, what she's doing there as well. Great stuff. Number one Irish whiskey in America. Number one Irish single malt whiskey in America. Jameson, I think, still sell more, but it's the number one single malt Irish whiskey in America. Very, very nice. It's interesting that I actually get a little bit of a similarity. I get a tiny little bit, I don't know if you're going to agree with me or not, I get a little bit of like a honey melon, and with a little bit of mineral moments. And over here, which was very, very interesting, when you first pour it in the glass, or let's do the other thing around, I'm going to agitate it on purpose so that the alcohol actually leaves, the vapors leave really quickly. I'm going to remove my hand. I get this whole rush of beautiful, beautiful red fruits, red cranberries, red currants, red plums, red raspberries, anything red Even a little bit of red apple is in there. But then if I come back after 20 seconds, it's like I have to really, really get in there deep to actually get those aromas again. So something's in here that's very, very volatile and it leaves very quickly. And what's really, really fascinating for me is the following. When I drink it, it's the 40% and it's going to do this. It's going to go, oh, okay. And then it goes, hey, I'm awake. And then I swallow, and then the aftertaste bursts into this explosion of flavor with a little bit of alcohol supporting where it goes, hi. It's just, okay, not there yet. Oh, hi. And then wham. I very seldom had a whiskey that started off so mediocre and turned into something so fantastic like this one has. Cheers. Hmm. Wait for it. Wait for it. And bam. Mm. This is a roller coaster. I've seldom had a whiskey that really does this. So you could actually, like, I'm gonna have a clock and time it. And the aftertaste is really, really nice. There's some good red berries in there. That 40% opens up, and actually, there's a little bit of a pepper type of heat towards it. Not too much, just right. And actually, it just converts this mediocre beginning into something at the end where I go, wow, I want to do this again. So using my grading system, the first time I tasted it's like a C, maybe even a C minus. I was like, oh wow. And then it pops up there to a C plus plus, B minus minus, and the explosion at the end pulls it all the way up into a B minus actually, where I'm gonna go, wow, I recommend this whiskey. Now, I'm not sure if you can find it. I'm sorry, I'm sorry. This is really weird. Not weird, but this is just a little bit unfair. Um, Bushmills is putting on a lot of new products onto a lot of different markets, which means many of these products that I can get, you do not get in America. And even worse, many of these products I can get in Germany, you cannot get in Ireland. Hmm. I had the 1992 Malaga, you had the 1995 Malaga. Mine was older, yours was not as old. I had 680 some casks or bottles. You had a couple more, I think, 800 some. And they were both sold out within days, at least in probably just minutes in Ireland. And everyone finally has cried and has had cheers of joy that finally Bushmills has listened and they've given us whiskey with more than 40%. Unfortunately, this case is not, but still it's a joyride. I really, really enjoy it. This is something I can highly recommend. Putting water in it actually doesn't harm it that much. I don't see why you would want to do it by 40%, but yeah, I have, and it actually remains this boom, bam, wham. It's a firework of flavor towards the end. Just really, really short comparison with the with the 10-year-old here from Bushmills. I don't have the distillery exclusive 12-year-old here, so sorry. So, mhm. Might go up a little bit. Now, I can almost tell that these have a relationship. You do notice that the Bushmill character, that the distillery character is evident here, plus all that maturation from the first fill Oloroso sherry. And here we actually have a mixture of these, I'm going to say their second and third fill sherry, and also here are nice second and a third fill, maybe some first, but I don't think so, bourbon casks, all right? So, um, yeah, matured in the two woods, matured in bourbon, and matured in Oloroso sherry casks. We have honey, we have vanilla, we have ripe fruit. I think they're doing a lot right there in Bushmills. This does look a tiny little bit for me older, especially the Bushmills with that little, I don't know, bow tie behind it. I really like the design here. All right, question of the day is, what is your favorite Bushmills bottling at the moment? Value for money, this is a C minus for me. This is a lot of money to put on the table for someone who's not a Irish whiskey freak, who's not a Bushmills fan. What I would do is I would put €7 more on the table, go for 69.90 and buy the Bushmills 16-year-old. I can get it for €70 at the moment here in Germany. Bushmills 16. This is only €7 less. I would highly, highly much rather prefer the Bushmills 16 to this. Just also in the taste and the value for money and so on. Good whiskey. If you're a freak and if you need to have everything Bushmills ever done, this is a must. But for everyone else out there, this is a little bit overpriced for what we have. 12-year-old 40% Irish whiskey. If it had been 46 or 48, who knows? I would have maybe given a little bit better value for money, but that's the way it is. From taste, B minus. Wonderful, wonderful whiskey. Thank you. Helen, thank you very much for picking these great casks. Oh, by the way, when I dilute it down a little bit, I got a little bit of European oak. Helen, if you're watching or someone from Bushmills, did you use a mixture of European and American oak? I think so, but that's only my taste profile here that I got. It's not all European oak and it's not all American oak. I think you spiced it up with a percentage of European oak as well as some American oak casks. The normal is American oak for sherry cask, by the way. Only special order for our European oak. Much, much more expensive. All right, thank you very much for watching. Please like, subscribe, tell others. Thank you very much, Bushmills, for expanding my horizon for Irish whiskey again. And I'm really looking forward to all the great things you're going to be doing in the future. The expectations are actually increasing month by month, quarter by quarter, year by year. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.